we're referring to as tracheal glands. They actually secrete mucus to help keep the surface of the trachea moist as well. Now let's do high power, just because we need to. There we go. So, oh man, there's a good slide. So that pointer happens to be, of course, on a goblet cell. But you guys vaguely, probably, maybe, I hope, maybe not, remember that the epithelial lining of the trachea is pseudo-stratified ciliated columnar, and you can see the little cilia on there, and those are that's the little cilia beat in an upward direction to help keep the airway, free of debris and all that kind of stuff. And this, we're talking whooping cough, which is real common these days, unfortunately, causes those little bad things, those little bad boys to get paralyzed, and that's even better, and it doesn't work. The escalator doesn't work. And then down here in this region, where the pointer is right now, just below the epithelium, excuse me while I get something to drink. Those are tracheal glands, those little round thingies down there. And that's pretty good. And then right under where the pointer is where the cartilage starts. So that's pretty easy, huh? That's trachea. That's your windpipe. All right, that's slide number 7. It's everything you need to know, more or less, about trachea. And let's do another one here. Let's do the lymph node. And this one is number 30. Wipe the fingerprints off of it here with my sweater. This one, a little too much sunshine here. All right, here we go. Now, okay, so this is low power. Now, some things to look out on this one. The lymph node has like a little outer covering on it called a capsule. It's like sort of like the skin on a grape or something like that, or the skin on a bean or something like that. So the actual capsule, you can kind of see it here. It's just this sort of outer covering. It keeps going up in that direction. So that's the outer covering of the lymph node. Now you can see at this power that you can see the shadow of the pointer. But you can see just under the capsule, there's some areas of obviously just denser looking kind of stuff, of cellular material kind of clumped together there. And that denser looking area right along here, continuing on down that way. There's a couple of names for these things that I think they're pretty much interchangeable. Germinal centers, or germinal follicles, or lymphatic follicles, kind of all the same thing. The bottom line is those are the areas where you would find the concentration of T cells and B cells, the cells of the lymphatic system that are going to function as the lymph sort of moves through the lymph node. Now, I mentioned that there's sort of an afferent, input, efferent output on these, on the lymph node. You can see it quite well on our old diagram over there. You will not see that on a slide. I don't think I've ever seen one that, you could actually kind of see a little tube going in and a tube coming out. They're too fragile, I think, to actually be seen. So out here in this area, these are where the follicles are, the germinal centers. This is the actual, this is called the cortex of the lymph node, the outer layer. And then as you can see, as you move into the center, it's not as sort of compact and dense. And this inner area is called the medulla. And we'll see that in the urinary system. Any sort of inner region of an organ is generally called the medulla. Let's see what else we can find on here. I was looking to see whether we could find any of these things called trabeculae. Oh, here we go. Which are like little fingers of the outer capsule, which sort of like poke in to the center. And actually, you kind of see it here. See how this sort of thing is kind of a little, pushing in into the kind of inside of the lymph node. That's one of those structures we call trabeculae. It's just kind of, sort of sets up divisions, if you will, kind of inside the lymph node. But you can see the germinal follicles there pretty well also. So that's pretty much what a lymph node looks like. Just, now this is not white pulp, red pulp, this is just a lymph node. And it's kind of, say, kind of the size of a little, I don't know, maybe like a lima bean or something like that. They're not very big. But you got lots of them.